The hitbox is cheating argument that I keep seeing everywhere on social media is one of the stupidest fucking things I've ever read. The first thing people tell you when you start learning these games, start playing these games, is to pick a controller that you feel comfortable on because it doesn't matter. Your input device doesn't matter in the long run. So why does that no longer hold any value to most people that I see talking about this shit? The hitbox gives you an advantage if you are at the top 1%. If you're up there fighting for trophies, if you're fighting for a small piece of the pie. For me and for you and for people trying to get better at the games, it doesn't matter. It's not going to help you be better at the game. It's not going to help you make better decisions. And this weird thing that the boomers keep talking about where, oh, I played stick my whole life and these kids are playing on a little box with buttons that looks like this. Okay, who cares? What? Just because you played on a little lever and you want to mess up your wrist doesn't mean I have to play on a fucking lever. It's that weird gatekeeping mentality of I did things this way to come up, so you should have to struggle just as hard. It happens all the fucking time. It's so terrible. It's terrible for the community. For people who are trying to get into the games, you have to face all the boomers who have ever played Street Fighter for the past 35 fucking years, and it really sucks. And I'm pretty qualified to say that because I've been running a channel about these games for a little while now, and I keep getting comments that say, oh, you're a Street Fighter 5 player. You never played Third Strike. You never played Street Fighter 4. What are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. Fuck you, fuck Street Fighter 3, fuck Street Fighter 4. I don't care. I'm sorry. Back to the box of buttons that's making every boomer around the world fucking shed a tear when they see Daigo walk on stage with it. The main thing they're angry about is the shortcuts. You don't even need to use any of the shortcuts, to be honest, for them to get angry, right? I don't use any shortcuts when I play on the hitbox. Some of them are useful. Most of them aren't that useful. They're just really cool to mess around with. For example, if you go to the hitbox Twitter, they tweeted one out called God Super, and Hitbox does some crazy slide shit to get super to come out instantly, right? It's a very quick super, but it's not very useful, and it does take some skill to actually execute. And if you take the time, you sit down with it, and even if you just wanted to do this stupid little shortcut that Hitbox tweeted out, you'll realize there's some dexterity to it. There's some finger tricks to it. There is some skill to playing on the hitbox. Is it as hard as a lever? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care. I put on a lever for the first year that I learned these games, and then I switched to a hitbox, and there wasn't an immediate significant improvement in my gameplay. I didn't just pick up a hitbox and become a prodigy. And you're going to say, oh, that's because you're trash. That's because you're not good. That's why there was no difference. Exactly. That's the argument that I'm making, is if you are like me, if you are a mid to, upper mid-level player, this shit doesn't matter. Right? Stop complaining. It does not matter at all what you input your little supers on. You know who it does matter to? The people that you keep quote retweeting from Evo Top 8, Tokido, Gachikun, whoever, Daigo, right? Everybody keeps retweeting, 4 hitboxes in top 8 of Evo. Those are the people who need to be playing on them because they're trying to squeeze every tiny little advantage that they can out of the game because they're on the cutting edge of what is possible. You and I are not. We don't understand the game enough yet for shit like this to even matter. It won't make you better. It's not why you're losing either. I think that's kind of the undertone of this is people who are fighting for ban the hitbox, it's cheating, are losing to people playing on a hitbox and saying, oh, that guy's cheating. I got to hold that because he's obviously using a foreign device that's giving him some type of advantage. No, he's not. It's not making him any better at the game. He's just thinking about it better and he's practiced more. Put the time into actually making better decisions, understanding the game at a higher level, and then you can worry about stupid shit like this. And if you feel like execution, simplified execution, is the reason you're losing to people, one, come on, be real with yourself, That's not why you're losing. And 2, you're probably getting a hype over Street Fighter 6 and saying, oh yeah, they brought footsies back, man. This is my game. I'm coming back to Street Fighter. You're going to be in for a rude awakening when you play against somebody who's on the modern control input and they are doing a bunch of one-button DPs or something to you. Or Ed comes back and he has the same one-button DPs or whatever. You're going to get angry and you're going to quit the game and it's going to be the same thing over and over and over again. These people never learn. This is your wake-up call. This thing is not letting people beat you. It's not making people better than you. Anyways, if this video upset you, good. I'm glad I got to you. And if you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing and leave a like on the video. I'll talk to you again very soon. And thanks so much for watching.